Hi friends, welcome to My Sew Bliss. Today I'm excited to be sharing a free pattern with you from Helen's Closet. I have loved making her patterns. She is very thorough in her pattern writing, does a great job. The fit is always flawless, and this one is free. How cool is that? So I'll put the link down below for where you can go get it. I believe she just has you put in your email and it gets sent to your email address. That's what I had to do. And that's it. But like I said, I've made a few of her patterns, paid money for her patterns, and I love them. Yeah, you really can't go wrong. So this one is called the Luna Tank. Here's a view of the different ones you can make. So there's two views on it. It's just a really nice flowy tank. You could do a wider strap, I believe, or like a skinnier strap, and then cropped or not cropped. I'm gonna do the longer version with the wider strap in this fun, it's funny, I made pajamas for my kids out of this fabric years ago. And I had this left over and I was like, this would be so cute for summer as like a summer tank. So, and it's like buttery soft, so I'm excited. But yeah, just like a cute little summer tank to throw on. But I'm gonna walk you through how to make it. You just need to get your pattern pieces cut out. I do print at home. Again, Helen's Closet, she does great instructions in the pattern of how to cut it out or print it out at home to make sure you print it correctly. Because at first, actually, I did not print it correctly. So always measure the little square. Any print at home pattern should have a square that you measure to make sure it's correct when you print it, to make sure the sizing is correct. So, and then you should have a front piece, a back piece, a neck piece, and 2 arm pieces. And then you're ready to get started. I am going to be using my Baby Lock serger on this project because I love using serger when you have stretchy knit fabric. It just sews up so beautifully. But if you don't have a serger, you can use a regular sewing machine. Just make sure you're using a zigzag stitch or a stretch stitch, which is a version of a zigzag stitch. Just make sure it makes sure that those threads are going to be able to stretch when your fabric stretches. So there's no breaking your threads. We don't want that. We don't want our project falling apart. Another tip when working with knits is to always make sure you're using a ballpoint needle. That's going to make it a lot easier to sew through and make it look a lot better. So if you're struggling with knits, check those 2 things first, because those will help a ton. And I always think, oh, the needle's not a big deal, but it's a big deal. So, okay, once you have your fabric and your pattern ready to go, we're ready to get started making our Luna tank. One of the great things about this pattern is the front and the back are exactly the same, so we don't have to keep track of which one's the front or which one's the back. But if you want to add a tag in there as well, you can. To get started, we're going to take our pieces and place them right sides together. This is our front and our back pieces. And I'm just going to lay them out on my table and do my shoulder seams first and then the side seams as well, because we're just going to take them over and sew them together, all 4 of those seams. So here I have one of my shoulder straps, but I wanted to show you, so since I feel like my fabric's extra stretchy and soft, I am going to put a little bit of twill tape right along where I'm sewing. And that is just going to strengthen that shoulder seam and hopefully give it a little more structure so that it doesn't sag and so that this tank top actually lasts me more than like a month. I'm hoping this holds up really well. So yeah, like I said, I'm just going to serge that right along there and on both shoulder seams. I'm not doing it on the side seams or anywhere else. But yeah, like I said, this will give it some structure, and your shoulder seams don't really need to stretch to fit onto your body. So it shouldn't give us any problems later. So with our 2 shoulder seams done, while I'm over here, I'm just going to do my side seams as well. You can pin these if you want. I find, especially with knit fabrics, I really don't need to, and it just kind of is a little cumbersome to get a pin in there. So why do it? So I'll just sew my side seams, and we're sewing at 3/8 of an inch. Our next steps are sewing as well, so I'm just staying over here. I have my neckband. I'm going to place it right sides together, right along this shorter edge, and serge that. And now we're going to fold it in on itself, wrong sides together. And this is creating the neck binding. And this is a good time that you would want pins or clips or something to hold that in place. And while I'm doing that, one thing I like to do, sometimes it gets twisted, but one thing I like to do is figure out the halfway mark and then halfway in between that. So I'm dividing it into fourths, essentially. So right here we have our halfway mark. Okay. And that also just makes it easier to pin. Okay, and then those pins I'm going to put together so that I can find the fourth marks. Pin that. Do the same on the other side. Okay, and now I can take on the tank top. So we have our shoulder seams, and then you want to find the center of the front and the back. So I'll just put a pin in that as well to mark them. And the same on this one to mark it. And now I can match up my neckband. Now the back would essentially be where this seam is, unless you want it on your shoulder seam, but it'll also make it kind of bulky. So I usually, put it on the back, and we're putting right sides together. So keep those pins in place just in case it falls out. And then that halfway mark we're going to put with the opposite side, so that would be the front center. I'll put that there. Get another pin, and then make sure things don't get twisted up. That's where you just want to be careful. But our next mark is going to go right at my shoulder seam. I'm going to fold, make sure that mark is there, and place that pin. And then the rest of it will just stretch to fit as we sew it. One thing that I like to do when I have serger tails is I pull them apart until it reaches where that seam started, and then I tie a knot in them, and that's just going to make it a lot stronger and make sure that they don't unravel. while you're wearing it or washing it. So all the wear and tear in it, it's just gonna hold up a lot longer. So whenever you have those, and I should have done them on my side seams as well, but I forgot and just cut them off. So I'm wondering if I could salvage that a little bit, or just put a little fray check on it as well to try and get those threads to hold in place. Because one thing about this pattern as well is you don't actually hem the bottom, and that helps. So it gives this like really flowy, fun tank top. If you want to hem it, you can. You would just, there's a couple suggestions in the pattern. You can turn it up and do a cover stitch or a zigzag stitch or a double needle stitch. But one thing I love about knit fabric is it doesn't have to be hemmed because it's not gonna fray. So I just like to make sure that there's a clean edge, and I leave it, and it looks great. And if no one looks that closely at it, they would never know. So here I have my side seam one. You can kind of see they're unraveling. So I'm gonna see if I can fray check that or tie those together. Very small threads, but tie those together so that they don't come unraveled as I wear it. Now I have my neckband almost finished, but I'm gonna finish my armbands first, and I'm gonna do those the exact same way that I did the neckband. So I'm sewing, I'll have each piece, sew them right sides together on the short end, fold in half, and then divide into fourths. You will divide the armhole into fourths as well, which we already have our two seams. So we have our side seam and our shoulder seam. So we just need to grab those, pull them apart, and place those seams together, and then mark those seams, and then stretch your armband to fit. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the armband and the armholes right now. Okay guys, once you are done with your armbands, you can be finished, which I think I'm gonna stop there. One thing with knit fabrics that you can do and can add a professional looking touch to them is to stitch down this seam right here. So you would stitch right along here to finish it off, and you could do that on the neckband and the armbands. You should still use a stretch stitch. So a lot of times in ready to wear clothing, you would see a double needle stitch here, or a cover stitch, or not really a zigzag stitch, but you can do a zigzag stitch or a stretch stitch over it if you want to stitch that edge down, that seam allowance that we just created. If you want to stitch those down, you can do that as well. I think I'm just gonna leave it because it's a basic, I don't know, it's just like a basic tank top, and it's cute, and I don't necessarily need that extra stitching. So I think I'm gonna leave it as is. Let's see if I can show you how long it is. I did make mine like an inch longer because I'm 5'7", and the pattern was made for 5'6", I believe. But I really like how flowy it is. I think it definitely helps that I'm not hemming it as well, and it's just in like this lightweight knit. But I think it's gonna be a great top for summertime. The fit is really nice, like in the band. I think I made the size 16, 18, and I feel like the shoulders and this fit is super nice. And of course it's really flowy down here and soft and airy. So great for a hot summer day. I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful and enjoyed this free pattern. Make sure to check out Helen's Closet. Like I said, I really love her patterns, and this wasn't like a paid video or anything. I just love her patterns and thought I would share a free pattern with you guys. So make sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.